and there was a culprit. Appears to be a passionate Disneyland purist. The incident was sparked by a personal phone charger belonging to guest Myler Barra. Barra, a self-proclaimed lifelong Disneyland fan, who has long vocally argued that the original California park is far superior to its Florida counterpart.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Grim Grinning Dads, the show where three Disney-loving dads talk tips, tricks, and a whole lot more. My name is Caleb, and as always, I am joined by Charlie and Tyler. We are travel advisors, part of the team at Genie Travel Company, and we've got people all across the country helping people book and plan their vacations all around the world to various different places. We happen to specialize in Disney vacations, but everything that we say is completely our opinions. We are not at any way affiliated with Disney outside of that. So just keep that in mind. If you would like us to help you book and plan your next vacation, please send us a message, drop a comment, click the link in the notes below. We would be happy to help you out and get you someplace that you've never been before or maybe return to. Now, if you haven't already, please, we do ask that you would follow, subscribe to Grim Grinning Dads on all social platforms and wherever podcasts live. Links are in the description below. Now, today, we are going to do something a little bit different, and I think it's going to be really fun. I'm going to have questions and scenarios and hot takes for both Tyler and Charlie. They have no idea what they are. They just got access to them like 20 seconds before we started recording. But we're going to compare strategies, debate our favorites, and hopefully help you plan a magical day at Disney's Hollywood Studios. But before we get into that, some news items. Charlie, take it away.
All right. So I guess the cause of the fire at Magic Kingdom, It's a Small World attraction, has been confirmed. They confirmed that what caused the fire at It's a Small World was, and there was a culprit. Appears to be a passionate Disneyland purist. The incident was sparked by a personal phone charger belonging to guest Myler Barra. Barra, a self-proclaimed lifelong Disneyland fan, who has long vocally argued that the original California park is far superior to its Florida counterpart, was reportedly visiting the East Coast resort when his equipment malfunctioned. The charger caught on fire while on the ride, likely during the loading or unloading process. Some parkgoers joked online that the Florida version of the classic attraction simply couldn't handle the heat of a die-hard Anaheim loyalist. Fortunately, alert cast members reacted instantly, deploying extinguishers to put out the flames. Ride operations were able to resume shortly after the incident, and no injuries were reported. A video posted to TikTok, Myler Barra, captured the aftermath, showing guests evacuating the attraction while smoke and extinguisher fumes filled the loading area. Representatives for Barra could not be reached to comment on whether the classic Anaheim original remains his definitive favorite. Myler, would you like to comment? I mean, Tyler, would you like to comment on that?
Myler. I can confirm that I was not in Florida when the incident occurred. I have an alibi, I swear. No, this was not me trying to send a statement or anything of the type. But I will say it is kind of funny that of all rides for this to happen on, it's that one.
Right.
Right.
It's kind of crazy, but
what were they doing?
Couldn't happen to a more deserving attraction in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
fair.
The Disneyland one is better though.
I mean, nobody who is of sound mind would argue otherwise.
Also fair.
like the only potential argument could be if you have like a certain amount of nostalgia for that one, but then I would argue like you should have more nostalgia for the original one, the original better, longer version.
The one that Walt rode.
Yeah.
It's
interesting to me because I had as a kid, I had ridden the one in Disney World a bunch of times, and I didn't have fond memories for that ride at all.
Yeah.
But then I went to, then I went out to Disneyland and I got to visit, and I was like, okay, wait, there's so much more like heart and personality involved in this ride than there is in the one on the East Coast. That it fastly became one of my favorites over there.
Well,
So
yeah, and like it's kind of similar, like because growing up with only knowing the world version, I mean, it was most of the time a skip for me, to be honest. I had no love for it at all, and I played into like people talk about how annoying the music is, blah blah blah, 'cause, like it didn't stand out to me in any way. And then you ride the Disneyland one, and there's just something about that building, that facade that it has, the outdoor loading, like it's all part of this like greater Fantasyland experience that they have. And it's just like, oh wow, oh, like this is what it's supposed to be. Yeah. And I get why they can't do the outdoor loading in Florida. It does make sense to have it how they have it, but it does diminish the look that they could go for, because it's kind of hidden until you're basically loading the ride.
Until you're on it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the actual ride itself, significantly shorter, doesn't have the charm, doesn't have all the little like Easter eggs in there. So yeah, it's just not it.
Yeah. The first time I rode the Florida Small World, I was like, okay, really don't have to do that again. But Small World out in Anaheim is one that I will do every time. It's just different. It's a great ride, and it's a boat ride, and we all know how much I despise boat rides.
We do,
but it works. And
I mean, you could say that was the original boat ride.
Yeah, and that's what makes it better. That and Pirates, I'm good with those. Outside of that, it's like, do we need another boat ride? Honestly, do we need another boat ride?
Only for Coco
and
Encanto and
and
what else? There's got to be something
Avatar,
else too, right? And Avatar's got another one. Yep. We just assume that in Avatar, that the Avatar land they're putting in Disneyland, they're going to have a boat ride too, right?
They will.
The concept art showed
has it
100%.
So yeah,
I would say it's greater than 80%.
If that land still happens, but that's going to derail us to another conversation. Well, there's been rumors that they might scrap it for a different theme altogether. Rumors that they would go with Zootopia instead, and basically just clone the Zootopia land that they have over in, is it Shanghai that has it?
Yeah, Shanghai.
Because that's done really well, but I don't know. We'll see.
So
I'd be happy with either one.
It's infinitely more popular than Avatar at this point, though, among like the Disney faithful.
That's
I think it would have a little bit more longevity with that one.
That's why it's on the chopping block. Anyway, so Small World was on fire, was taken care of, and it was all started because of a phone charger, right?
And it was not me. Was not me.
Was not Tyler. Was not Tyler.
Yeah, right, I really wanted to do like an AI generated version of Tyler that looked like the Hamburger,
like running away
bit.
from
like running away from It's a Small World.
It's the Skeletor meme, just like until we meet again.
Until we meet again. Well, that's why I sent it. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Tyler, what about you? News.
Oh gosh, did I have any other news? I don't know that I did. We did talk a little bit about this before we started. That apparently the Indiana Jones ride coming soon to an Animal Kingdom near you is being delayed, which near or not so near to you in some cases.
It's the only animal.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that I'm surprised by this. I kind of figured they would open that land in phases because it's really, really hard to open everything all at once, like especially the way that construction works now. I think they're going to go all in on getting Encanto up and running, and that'll be like the flagship attraction for a while, and then just open Indiana Jones when it's ready. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, don't rush it. Yeah, and I do know also, like, they might have filed that permit a while ago, and it was just reaching its expiration.
Yeah.
And that was
weird.
like Right. You only get the permit for like X amount of time, and then you got to renew it and whatever. So that might be another thing too. But regardless, the thing being extended does kind of go, okay, might take a little bit longer. So yeah, and then yeah, the only other news item that I know about is they are handing out 3-hour dining parking passes, paper parking passes at the resorts if you do choose to park at resorts at Walt Disney World. Um, so that's just more of the fallout of the resort transportation changes and things like that, and people trying to park different places. And yeah, it's more of that fallout. It kind of to be expected, I think, that they would, if they're going to crack down on the parking at Disney Springs, there's a good chance they're going to crack down on parking everywhere else on
Yeah,
property,
I feel
more
like
than
with
they
this
already
one,
have.
I feel like with this one, it makes this one actually, unlike some of the other things that they've been announcing, this one makes sense to me. Um, because otherwise, how do you police the cars that are in the lot? Like, I mean, people aren't registering. Like, I don't think that they're doing a great job of registering. No, I know they haven't. They don't, because my sister in law would come and we would just get her in. She'd be like, I'm staying in this room, and they would just let her on property and not like take a license plate at all. Um, but by giving out that parking pass, I'm guessing that they also will take down your license plate number when they do that, just to be like, okay, well, I know how to not do this. I'm just not going to put it in my window. Like, it's just not,
Yeah, I mean, I could see them getting to the point where there's like maybe color coded like placards or something that you have to display, like one for somebody staying there as a guest, and then one for dining or a recreation, something like
Yeah.
that.
I
And
mean, most hotels do take your license plate number, like when you stay there, because they're limited. Like, at least the ones in the Northeast are limited by the amount of parking that we have.
Oh yeah, same, especially around Disneyland too, because parking's at a
But yeah,
premium for a lot of those.
yeah, it is.
yeah, and I do remember vaguely when I visited for like the first time ever back in 2018, we drove from South Dakota to Florida, and that was one of the things that like they gave us a piece of paper to put on our windshield, to be like, hey, these are like, this is our check-in day, this was our checkout day,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff, license plate, all that stuff. We had to give them that. So
Yeah, and I feel like they've maybe been doing this at certain resorts already, because I'm trying to remember, but like last August for my birthday, when my mom was staying on property with us, so we had her car and we went over to the Poly to have brunch at Ohana, and I feel like they gave us a paper placard of some kind. I don't remember there being like a strict time limit that was listed on it, but I think something to kind of show like dining reservation. And there was like a specific lot we had to go to, because there was like a separate lot just for hotel guests.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe there's like a DVC and then everybody else, or something like that. There was like a specific lot they told us to go to. And I think they probably can't do that at every single resort, but they could kind of split it up that way.
yeah, it definitely makes sense, but it also leaves the door open to what else are they going to do on property to really manage or control, one of those two words, how people are getting around the park and where they're going and how they're parking and all that. So it's one of those things. So
Still say, kind of like we made the point last week, like if you're an on-property guest at one of their resorts, this doesn't really affect you whatsoever. So the vast majority of people going, it will not impact.
yeah, it's really just, I think it's more or less locals.
Yeah. Or people like, we have some friends like our buddy Jacob will like drive down there from Louisiana. But granted, like he's a pass holder, so he can park at the parks anyway. But like somebody who is within, a couple hours drive, that's who it affects. But, not to diminish their, feelings or anything, but I think Disney's looking out for the majority of the folks who are their paying customers, and that's the people staying on property.
Right. 100%. Yeah. Not the people looking to find a quick place to park and go do some hopping and shopping and stuff like that. So
yeah, somebody was speculating online, I forget where I saw this, that they were going to close the walking path from Disney Springs to Saratoga so people couldn't exploit that. Because some people were posting, I think it might have been on a Reddit forum or something, saying, yeah, still park at Springs and then walk to Saratoga and get the bus from there or something to go to the park. But I'm like, that's just going to ruin it for everybody.
I mean, the people that are posting this are ruined. They're like,
Those are
we're the ones who are going to actually shut it down. They're the people who he told
Yeah.
not to do that. Don't be that guy. And they're being that guy. And I can tell you, I work for a relatively large technology company, and we are on Reddit all the time watching the comments and seeing what people are talking about. If there's an exploit to be had, we're seeing it and we're like probably shutting it down. So I don't think we're quite as big as Disney when it comes to stuff like that. So they've got a person, they probably hired a Reddit watcher, and that person is there watching this and going, hey, God, I guess we're just going to have to shut this down. Like, you should be able to walk anywhere you want, I guess. But that's an exploit. So,
right. So, and it is 100% Disney's property.
For sure. Yep.
So like
they can control
they can 100%. Control 100% of everything that goes on there. And why would you want the privilege that we get to use the stuff? You're just going to make them take it away.
So good.
Just stop being those guys. Stop being those guys. Do what you're supposed to do, and stop looking for shortcuts, because shortcuts are just the long way around. It's just going to make things more difficult.
What I imagine is them putting in kind of like a almost like a toll booth
where they've got they're going to put security there with a table and make like, all right, let me check your tickets.
Show me the thing. Yep, show me the thing.
Let me see your room reservation or your dining reservation or whatever. And it's like, just don't, guys. I
hate all that. We don't need to. Well,
that's the way they would probably shut it down, so they don't have to close the walking path. But even to get on the transportation from the resorts, they're probably going to start requiring that you show that you have a reservation. I think that's easy to do, and I honestly think that's fair. And not necessarily just that resort, but any resort. Because if you can get one from one to the other, it's fine as long as you're an on-property guest. But that would close the loophole without having to shut down the whole walking path.
Right. Yep. Rather than have a toll booth, they probably are just going to check it at the bus. And I think that makes sense. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Have like a scanner for your key card or your Magic Band, like on the bus as you get on or something.
Yeah. And have it be the really fancy, cool, like touch your finger, card, Magic Band, whatever to it, and ba-ding, you're good.
Oh, they're going to love that because that slows down loading at park
so
close.
Slow.
It's going to be
a nightmare. So slow. Yeah, the finger thing, like my son had, like, they were like, are you sure you used this finger? And we were like, yes, he used that finger. That's the exact finger he used. For whatever reason.
I used.
Yeah, right? For whatever reason, that finger didn't work. And they just had to and that was before they started doing the photos, right?
Maybe. Yeah, but so like, if your finger doesn't work or you don't want to use your finger, you can take your picture.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a thing. So yeah, I guess, that's really it for the news this week. It hasn't really been a whole lot, but it's stuff happening in the world of Disney, and it's important for you guys to know that. So on to our main topic. So like I said, we're going to do something really fun. I have questions and scenarios, hot takes for both Tyler and Charlie. Up until we started recording, they had no access to it. Did that intentionally. So we're gonna dive right into it. We're gonna talk about our strategies, debate our favorites, and like I said, hopefully help you plan a magical day at Hollywood Studios. So I'm gonna set the stage here for you guys. You woke up early this morning. You made your way to Hollywood Studios. You're staying on property, and you get early entry. So you scan in. You're in the park. Where are you going first?
Ronto Roasters, breakfast Ronto wrap.
How did I know it was going to be food?
I mean, it's always food.
How did I know?
Okay. I'm not sure that that's something that everybody would want to do. Especially
no, that is very me coded.
For sure. Yep.
No, I mean the actual answer, if you want like a real answer, what like the advice I would give is probably Slinky, but because then you're kind of back in that part of the park anyway. So if you can get on Slinky Dog first, then get your breakfast wrap right after.
I was going to ask you, why Ronto to Roasters? Why would you do that?
Because the breakfast wrap is like elite tier for like any in-park breakfast. Like it's up there with the Jolly Holiday croissant sandwich.
Thing's pretty elite, man.
You don't stop for coffee first? You just go right to the wrap.
I'm not a coffee guy, so coffee. I know a lot of people would say the Black Calf cold brew, to each their own. It's not for me, but I respect it. But no, for me, breakfast Ronto wrap.
Okay. Charlie, how about you?
I mean, I'd have a hard time not going and visiting Galaxy's Edge and going on Rise of the Resistance, just because I love it so much. And I'd maybe I would do it again later in the day as well. But Slinky Dog, I mean, I just didn't want to straight up agree with what Tyler's saying all the time. But Slinky Dog probably is the choice. Slinky Dog probably is the choice because so for a client that I planned, I don't know, she was there a couple months ago now. She, by the time I was able to get her a Lightning Lane reservation for Slinky Dog, it was like 7:30 or 8 o'clock at night. That was the first one that was available for the day for her and her two kiddos. So yeah, yikes indeed. But like if you're there at Rope Drop, you can get on. And I honestly think if my son could have ridden Slinky Dog more than once while we were there, he would have. That and Tron were his two favorite rides on the property.
Interesting.
Yep.
See,
because Tron is so smooth.
Yeah, that's fair. So for me, my choice is I'm getting a coffee first, and then I'm heading to Tower of Terror.
Don't get me wrong. I love me some Tower of Terror. 100%. 100%.
But also, the only reason why I'm doing that first is because I know Rise of the Resistance is most likely opening late.
That's fair.
That's it. You make a good point.
Rise is opening late. I'm going to head to Tower of Terror, get that out of the way, and then I'm going to hit Slinky Dog, and then I'm going to head into Galaxy's Edge. That's what I'm
things in there. Yeah.
Going to get coffee, Tower, Slinky, and then coffee again in Galaxy's Edge, and wait for Rise. So
yeah, I mean you can get your coffee at the Starbucks on Main Street, or whatever street it's called. Yes. I know whatever the hell it's called.
Is it Sunset?
Sunset, this corner of Sunset and Hollywood, I think is what
Hollywood Boulevard, right? Yeah. Anyway, Starbucks is right there, so you could totally, if you rope drop, you could get a Starbucks pretty quickly, be out of there, and then head right over to Tower of Terror. And by the time you get to Tower of Terror, by walking really fast and drinking caffeine, you're probably ready to go and like, woohoo, the Zaya, and like ready to scream. or do exactly that, or do the thing, the face that Patrick made, where he just shook his face side to side because he was just so ultra caffeinated. Yeah,
yeah. So that's a thing. So that's what I would do. Okay. Here's another scenario. You've never been to Hollywood studios before. You get 1 day. What is your must-do itinerary? Charlie, you first.
I would spend most of my time in Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land.
Andy's
Woody's
backyard.
backyard. Yep.
Did you
Andy's
say
backyard.
Woody's
sorry.
backyard?
No, I definitely didn't say Woody's backyard.
Woody doesn't.
The recording will not show that I said Woody's backyard.
No, I can confirm.
Okay, I thought you said
Well,
Woody's
the
backyard.
recording will show that I said Woody's backyard, actually.
No, unless I'm hearing things too, but I'm pretty sure you said it correctly.
Well, that's nice.
All right.
You're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it.
I'm pretty tired, but I'm pretty sure I heard that accurately.
Okay,
He
cool.
did follow it up and say Andy's backyard. He did say that.
I followed it up correctly, but my first pass at it was incorrect. Those two areas, I could probably spend the whole day between the two of them. I could, Ronto wrap the morning, hit 3 rides, maybe Star Tours as well. Head over to Andy's backyard and check out all the different things that are over there. There's all sorts of fun things that you can do over there. Maybe get a character meet and greet, meet Buzz. Maybe, I don't know. Those types of things would be really cool.
Toy Story Mania, that's back there.
Yep. It's all awesome. Yeah. So that whole area. And then maybe finish the day with a Twilight Zone and if you've never been Phantasmic, you gotta do it, because Phantasmic, I hadn't been in such a long time that when I went back to Phantasmic, it just and I know I could see Tyler's Disneyland smirk right now, but
I don't even need to say it.
He's just doing the Disneyland smirk,
or just go to Disneyland and watch the better one.
That's just my resting Disneyland face.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that's okay. Can we put that on a shirt? That's got to be the resting Disneyland face.
This is my resting Disneyland face.
Oh my God,
and it's just Tyler's face.
But that's where I would end. That's where I would end the day for sure.
Sure. All right. Tyler, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that different. I mean, I would try to highlight some of the things that are really unique to that park, because there are quite a few things that you can see elsewhere, like Galaxy's Edge. Of course, if it's your first time and you've never been to Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland, of course, check it out in Hollywood Studios. But same thing with like Mickey and Minnie's. Like, it's a great ride, but you can see it elsewhere. But Tower of Terror is pretty rare these days in that form. I think there's only 2 left in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're in Japan, right? I think.
Yep. I think so.
And then like the new Rock and Roller Coaster, which I have not done yet, but I've heard great things. Love me some Muppets. And then they have some really unique dining options. So stuff like Sci-Fi Dine-In, I would definitely try to highlight. Not so much because the food is great, but the theming, that's like 90s era Disney theming at its peak.
Super cool.
Yeah. So that, and like 50s primetime, if you want to go a little higher end, like Brown Derby, like stuff like that, like that Disney's dining kind of at its peak theme wise. We'll get into, I'm sure, some specific like food related stuff later on, but like if you really want to feel like you're in Disney, like the way we talked about, like for the resort, like Art of Animation, like Sci-Fi and 50s primetime are like about as themed as you can get when it comes to like a table service. So I would highlight those as part of the day.
Yep. Yeah. Where would you end the night?
I mean, it does have to be Phantasmic, right? Like, it is a good show. I'm not going to say the most obvious. I am going to say it. It is better in Disneyland, but no, like if you haven't seen it, Like the theater's really cool. My biggest gripe about it is just that it's a logistical mess. Like getting in and out of there, it's just like, how has it been like that for so long and they can't figure out a way to fix it, and like the flow of traffic? Like come up with a separate exit, because like when the show lets out, especially if it's, if they have one of the nights where it's 2 shows, like let people have a separate exit from the park and don't funnel everybody back up towards like the main entrance. Like
Right.
it takes longer to get out of the theater than the show is. Like it's ridiculous. But anyway, that is something you have to do if you've never done it. If you're not doing that because you've seen it before, I would try to get on Slinky at night, because I think the views would be pretty cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. So my never been to Hollywood Studios before, must do itinerary is I'm starting down Sunset, right? Rope drop. I'm going to start down Sunset, hit Tower first. I'm going to stop for coffee, make my way back towards Andy's backyard, Galaxy's Edge. And then I'm going to do a bunch of shows. I'm going to do the Frozen show. I'm going to do the indie show. I'm going to do the villain show. Probably end up.
Forgot about villains show.
Villain show. I'm going to also probably end up doing Mickey and Minnie's, because Mickey and Minnie's never been there before. And then I will end the night at Fantasmic. There is another nighttime spectacular that they do right there on the Chinese Theater, but like everybody misses it. So yeah, end the night with Fantasmic. There's that other nighttime spectacular on the Chinese Theater that, for whatever reason, nobody really watches. I don't understand why they do 2 nighttime spectaculars at the same time.
Is it the same time?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't know they were. I thought they staggered them, like on nights where there's 2 Fantasmics. I thought they staggered them, but I could be wrong.
They do. They match it up with the last one.
Okay.
So
I guess it's just to give something for the people who couldn't get into Fantasmic. I don't know.
Right. But then also, like, for when they do stagger him, right? Like, it starts right when the next one starts. So, like, in that shuffle, like, you could get stuck and miss the whole thing on the Chinese Theater. So, I don't know. I don't even really know what it's about. I've watched, like, the tail end of it and been like, cool.
Yeah, all the influencers go to Fantasmic. I don't think I've ever seen an influencer standing in front of the Chinese Theater instead.
Right, and it's because Fantasmic is just the better show.
It's really good.
So there's that. Okay, so those are the 2 scenarios there. Now I want to get into the best and the worst. So Hollywood Studios, what for you guys? What is the best ride, not attraction, ride at Hollywood Studios? Tyler, you first.
This will be a surprise to no one. It's Rise. I mean, that's the single best attraction Disney's ever built, like from top to bottom. The immersion, the storytelling, the effects, like it's I was going to say it's a 1 of 1. It's a 2 of 2, I guess is the best way to put it. Yeah. But it's just like it like Charlie's told the story a couple times, like coming off of that and saying like, I was in the Star Wars. Like, yeah. I was in the Star Wars. Yeah. I mean,
like tears rolling down my cheeks because I'm like, I was in the Star Wars.
And that's the one, like, and I'm guilty of watching like ride throughs before I get to ride stuff because I'm impatient, but it didn't matter because that one, when you experience it for yourself the first time, and like as a huge Star Wars fan and like seeing all these little details, like they did it. Like, and that's the kind of stuff, like we see what they can do when they do it right, and that's what makes the stuff that they don't do right stick out. That's what frustrates people like us as fans of this, is like, we know what the peak looks like. They don't seem to hit that peak often enough, But to me, that is the peak. And I get it's not everybody's taste. It's not the most like thrilling attraction, whatever. But like it hits the right buttons for me every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Charlie, how about you?
I mean, I think it's hard to not choose Rise of the Resistance for me. I think from an experience standpoint, like Tyler just said, you're in the Star Wars. You're experiencing things. The cast members who are part of the First Order are absolutely terrible to you while still wrangling you down a hallway. They're terrible to you, and they will make bad jokes and stuff that they're not going to break. They're not going to crack a smile, but they're going to make they're going to roast you if you're doing stupid things.
Eric did get him to get one of them to break. It
Oh
was
yeah,
great.
because what they said, like how many, and he's like 99.
Yeah, he was like, "Wait, what?"
What?
I mean, sure.
But if anybody's gonna do that, it's that guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, all right, Rise.
Again,
Both of you
I'd
guys.
say Rust. Yeah, attention to detail, phenomenal, and the music and the just being a part of it. And and that was a ride that I was able to take like my mother on, where some of the other rides I wouldn't necessarily be able to do that. Now I'm not sure that she would want to ride it again, but she did experience it with us and had a good time, I think.
Well, and I think that was like a conscious effort, like because knowing like Star Wars fans now, I mean, it spans multiple generations. So I think
Mhm.
they wanted to make something that was as accommodating as it could be. So, but yeah, they nailed it.
Okay. Yeah. No. I'm gonna say the same thing for my. I think Rise is the best ride at Hollywood Studios because it's like 3 rides in one, 4 rides in one, and it is very well done. Even though it opens late, like I said earlier, sometimes doesn't open at all. Uh, it's just masterfully done. They did a good job. Don't need to beat that horse anymore. Let's move on to the best show at Hollywood Studios. Charlie, what do you think is the best show?
I mean, as much as I loved Phantasmic, I think the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular would be my pick on this one.
Even though the
Real
ball's missing?
stunts, even though the ball's missing, because that's such a small part of it in reality. When it really comes down to it, there's so much else going on. There's all those moving parts. These people, it's remarkable the stuff that they're able to do. Yes, it's all scripted, but scripted. I mean, still, it's there's explosions, there's fire, there's moving sets and people pretending to be like directors and all of this crazy stuff, um and
The
that
real
handler,
stunts.
they're absolutely real stunts. And the handler who took the ball in the face, I mean, that guy is a real person. He was protecting the crowd by
Nice
taking the
work, pal.
ball, like literally taking the ball in the face, man.
Nice
But
work,
yeah,
pal.
Indiana Jones is a great show. I'm not sure that I would recommend seeing it if it's 98 degrees and it's noon, and it's July, but it's certainly they do have fans, but it is 100% an outdoor experience. So but it's in the shade and it does have some fans. So I mean, it's a great show.
Tyler, how about you?
I mean, same. That was going to be my.
Really?
I thought about trolling and saying, "Oh, the villain show, guys, unbelievable."
No.
I haven't seen it
It's
yet.
fine, but no, the Indiana Jones, it's a classic. And we talked about it on Overrated, Underrated, our episode way back when. Yeah, hugely underrated. Love that it's still there. It's just one of those staples of the park. Yeah, that moment when the set breaks away the initial set to reveal like the whole town. It's such a cool like aha moment. I just love it.
You said indie. That was not at all my choice. No, mine is going to be the Frozen show.
That's so good too, though. Don't get me wrong.
I love
So
the
funny.
Arendelle historians.
They're so funny, dude. I love those guys.
They're hilarious.
They're so
Like,
funny.
as much as that show was made for children, they had adults in mind.
Oh, 100%.
Like, it is. I laughed so hard the last time I saw it with my daughter, and my daughter was like, "Why is that funny?" And I was like,
Why are you laughing?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm not ready to explain that to you yet.
This will all make sense when you're older."
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just it's a 10 out of 10 that has rewatchability. And it's in the air condition.
Yeah, it is.
So why not? And when you're done with it, you can just go right over and meet Olaf because he's right there. So like, it's an overall A grade, like not quite S tier, but it's definitely an A. Definitely an A. It's
Man,
reliable.
It hits well, for sure. Like I really, and they have different people
You're right.
that do the Arendelle historians, and they have different bits that they do
I know.
and different humor, and it's just like they're so good, man. They're so good. They're so good.
So
I love it.
That is the best show in my opinion of Hollywood studios, because it's just it hits every time. It is always on target, never strays. So this one is right up Tyler's alley. Best quick service restaurant. Tyler, what do you say? What say you?
That's a tough one. I would give this probably wouldn't be my first pick, but I'd give a shout out to Docking Bay 7. I think it's kind of underrated. It's not something I go to every time, but I think the quality of the food there for a quick service is usually pretty solid. And I like that they get pretty inventive with it. Now, granted, they had to kind of scale that back. If we go back to when Galaxy's Edge first opened, people were so confused about the descriptions of the food, so they had to basically rename the whole menu so people knew what they were getting. But I love that. Like that full immersion in the land was great. So I'd give a shout out there, but I don't know. I mean, Woody's Lunchbox is pretty great. I'd probably give that the slight edge between those two.
How do you say no to tachos or the brisket? What is it? The brisket? They have the brisket grilled cheese.
Yes, and then and if we were going to throw like best snack in there, the tachos would be the top choice.
Slap. Yep, 100%. All right, how about you, Charlie?
Just double checking that the item that I believe is on the menu is actually on the menu at ABC Commissary. Because if it's not on the menu anymore, then I'll have to change my choice.
Oh, the best thing at ABC Commissary was a party exclusive.
Nope, they actually have pork. They have pork carnitas tacos.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
but I know what you were looking for, and it is not there all the time.
No, it's not there all the time. But I'm okay with that because the pork carnitas tacos and the buffalo chicken grilled cheese sandwich,
so good.
Both of those are so good. So I'm gonna go with ABC Commissary. But I like where you guys' heads are at with the tachos for sure. I think that's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I'm hungry again.
Yeah, I was gonna match you, Tyler, and say Woody's Lunchbox, because tachos like that, like you can't go wrong. And I love the adult lemonade that they have there is amazing. And if you don't get the tachos and you get the grilled cheese, still good, still really good. But God, those tachos. That's such a good buy.
Yeah, that
Like
is. Yeah,
it is a good
that's
buy.
top tier snack.
Yeah, 100%. That is S tier for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it
Okay.
is not. It's that park's version of the spring rolls. It is like the
Yeah.
destination snack.
It
Yep,
is.
100%. 100%. Okay. So, what favorite table service? What's the best table service? Let's say it that way. Charlie.
For table service, I really had a good time at the 50s Primetime Cafe. The couple of times that I've gone there, I've really enjoyed the food. We went there for my birthday dinner. I mean, we probably had like 5 birthday dinners while we were at Disney World, and I was there for my birthday time. But that was one of them. And the meatloaf and stuff that I wouldn't have eaten as a kid, because like meatloaf was like the threat. Like, I'm gonna make meatloaf tonight was what my mom used to say. And like, but the meatloaf there is something that I would like go out of my way to get because of the way that they present it. Um and the fact that the wait staff, everybody in the entire place is in on the joke. It's the 50s, you're in a diner, god forbid you put your elbows on the table. You're gonna get in trouble. So I love the theming, and again, it harkens. I love the fact that there are TVs showing sitcoms from the time. I love all of that, and I love like everything about it. I mean, to the phone booth, they have a phone booth there that has like an oldie time phone, which my son probably will have never seen before. Like he wouldn't know what that is. Cell phones are it for him. So yeah, 50s prime time. Only again, I haven't been to every sit down restaurant at Hollywood Studios, because when I'm at Hollywood Studios, I'm trying to do as much as I can do.
I
So
think are there only the 3?
yeah,
I'm only thinking of 3.
Sci-fi, 50s prime time, Brown Derby.
And Brown Derby, I think, are the only 3.
Yeah.
yep.
No. Roundup Rodeo or
Oh yeah,
Which I've been there too. I like that.
I have not been to that, so I can't speak to that one.
Yeah, I was like, no, there's one more. And
Yeah,
Roundup
I
Barbecue.
liked that, but I would prefer. I think I would choose 50s prime time over it, because I can get barbecue anytime in the Portland area, where I can't get a 50s style meal served by, what does she say? What does she call herself? I forget what, auntie.
Yeah, isn't auntie? Yeah.
So
auntie and
it's
uncle
pretty. I mean,
and a bunch of cousins.
It's just so good. Yep.
Yeah. I'm with you, Charlie. 50s prime time is prime.
Hey.
I loved the like, don't put your elbows on the table. Did you wash your hands before? Okay, what color was the soap? And then you're like, I don't. Right? Okay, good. Like they play into that, and like using your manners, put your napkin on your lap, and it was just a great experience.
Yeah.
And that is one that I will continue to go back to every time.
Mm-hmm.
And if I've got time for an actual sit down restaurant and can take time out of my day because I've got other things, I usually have so much going on my park days that like it very rarely do I get the extra hour and a half that it's like, okay, we're going to dedicate this to food. Let's go sit down. Because
what are you doing, man? You're doing it wrong.
So it's usually I'm going with people that just want to go on the run, and that, I follow along and I get my tachos and I smile about it, and my num num cookie. We'll get to that in a second, but yeah, 50s prime time is usually where I'm going to gravitate towards. Brown Derby is just priced out of my normal budget unless I feel like splurging. And then sci-fi is that I honestly think that sci-fi needs to change a little bit, but that's a topic for another episode. Okay. So since we're talking food a little bit, I want to know what do you guys think is the most overrated snack in Hollywood studios? Ooh,
That's a good question.
who wants to go first on this one?
Well, because here's the thing with like, there's nothing that jumps out as like something that's distinctly Hollywood studios. So, because like when I think overrated snacks, I think of like the overrated snacks that you can get anywhere, like the Mickey pretzel. Um,
Oh yeah,
that's overrated no matter where you get it. Same thing with like the churros out there. In Florida, it is just a churro, not in California.
It's a churro.
So I don't know. There's nothing that one that I had that was hyped up to me that I really didn't end up liking was the popcorn in Galaxy's Edge. I didn't love that, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about it recently. I remember like when it first opened, people were like, "Oh, this is so great," and I tried it, like, this is average. But I guess that could just be the luck of the draw if you happen to get like the stale popcorn. But yeah, I guess for lack of another choice coming to mind, I'd probably say that one.
All right. How about you, Charlie?
I mean, maybe I got a bad one, but it might be your Num Num cookies. For me, it was a giant cookie. It was underbaked. It was greasy, which I wouldn't expect from a chocolate chip cookie.
Right.
Yeah, and just like I had maybe 3 bites of it, and I had to throw away the rest because I was just like, I don't think I want to eat all this. It just didn't. I don't know. It didn't hit. It didn't hit the way that I would have expected a chocolate chip cookie, at Disney to hit.
Yeah,
it has some tough competition on that property too. To be fair,
it does. I haven't been to that other place, but I like keep saying I'm still checking the mail every day for my cookie and cold brew from Caleb.
Oh, it's in the mail. It's on its way.
It'll be there eventually. It'll come.
So I'm gonna say this for me. The Num Num cookie is hit or miss, and I always inspect before I get one, because when they're on, they're on.
Okay.
But if they're off, they are way off. So when I'm walking by the stand and I look at the cookies and they look right, I will buy one.
All right, let's break that down for a second. Tell me how I can tell that a cookie looks right.
Okay, so the Num Num cookies, when you're looking at them, the edges will be a little bit darker brown because they've been cooked the proper amount of time to make the middle nice and baked, right? It also will not have that grease shine on the top from the chocolate when that gets melted. That'll all get burned off in that extra bake time. So you'll see it on the edge of the cookie that it's darker, which means the inside's a lot better. If it is a consistent color across the top of the cookie, it is not done, and it is going to be mush in your mouth, and it's not good. It's just not good at all. But if it's got the char, I'll call it charring because like there's not another word for it. Really,
right.
Then burnt doesn't sound right.
No,
but like it'll have that dark ring on the outside of the cookie, and when you touch the cookie, it'll be physically like crunchy on the edge. And then then it's good. But I digress. Most overrated snack, and I don't know if we can count this as a snack. I'm going to count it as a snack because it's not really a drink, even though it's a drink. The blue and green milk.
Okay.
So overrated. Not that good. Not that good.
You don't like pretending to be Luke, sipping off of that thing's no? Okay.
Nope. It is not good at all. One of them is better than the other, and I don't remember which one because they're both gross still.
No, I like both. Both are good.
It's not as overrated.
The pink one's pretty decent too. But yeah, there's pink now.
Well. It's
Why?
probably still gross.
I don't know why, but
Avatar,
it's there.
Avatar shavings in that one too.
Maybe.
Ground up Navi.
Ground up Navi
They
makes it
shipped it
pink.
park to park. Yeah.
Right.
No, I didn't like it as much as the blue or the green. I tend to like the green a little bit more. Kind of reminds me of like Fruit Loops a little bit.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I got out of it at all.
Okay. All right.
Not at all.
There you go.
So you got to look at the when you're doing the walk by, you got to look at the cups and make sure that the
My
cups.
Oh,
Otherwise, you're just getting a bad batch. I mean,
just getting
you
a
know,
bad
like,
batch. Oh, okay.
Ba-doom.
Okay. Wow. All
Wow,
right.
Star Wars pun. Look at that.
unintended puns with Charlie.
Yep. Wow. All right. That's
He's gonna
Interesting.
transition off that. You were gonna try.
It's so funny. All right. Well, next to that mistake, what would you guys say is the biggest rookie mistake at Hollywood Studios? Charlie.
I think it's the same rookie mistake that people make at every park, is if they're trying to do literally everything in the same day. Yeah. Everything. All the things. Plus all the sit-down restaurants. So you get the 3 sit-down restaurants. They're like, you know what I could do for... Sorry, I forgot about the 4th one. You know what I could do is I could have lunch, and I could have dinner, and I could have Oga's. I could go to Oga's and do drinks as well. Like, you know, like all of that stuff could happen in the same day. That's too many things. You're doing too many things, and you're gonna have a bad time, because you're not going to be able to just stand there, look around, and experience some of the things that you might be able to, you know, that you're going to miss if you're speed walking from one side of the park to the other. You know, that's just gonna be too much.
All right, Tyler.
Yeah, and kind of related, like I think not having a strategy for that park because of how it's laid out, I think that's a big mistake, because like once you go down the main, so what is it? It's not Sunset, but you go straight through the entrance, and then you can kind of veer off to the
Hollywood.
right. Yeah, that's
Sunset.
Hollywood. And
Hollywood
Sunset.
is the
So when
main
you
one,
get to
then Sunset.
And then when you get to Sunset, you can veer off to the right and go towards Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster, or you can go left towards everything else. And I think people, if they don't plan it out properly, they're going to be zigzagging the park. And that's really what gets you totally exhausted, is all that running, from one side to the other. So I think that park, you really need to have a plan. Like if you're going to rope drop and go back to Toy Story and do that stuff, then you do Toy Story, you do Galaxy's Edge, you do Star Tours, and then kind of work your way across the park. Or you start on the other side and work your way the other direction, but do not zigzag across the park, because it's just gonna wear you out.
It's a lot of walking.
Cause problems.
Yep.
Lots of problems. And people forget too, like Sunset Boulevard is one way. Like there's no exit over there. There's no loop. Like you're down Sunset and like you have to go right back the way you came. Like there's no...
Oh yeah. Yep.
There's no walk around and get to Woody's anything or to whatever.
Said it.
No, I was thinking Woody's lunchbox is what I was thinking. But like there's no... And then there's the Roundup barbecue, like it's all Woody themed, and it's just...
It totally is. I mean, it should be. I guess it should be Woody Land. I don't know.
Pretty much. You can't say that though. That doesn't sound right.
Well, I said it.
So
hashtag Woody Land.
I know. I was like, I'm putting that on the hashtag on our social now. Oh shoot. But yeah, so like getting stuck down Sunset, you're like, okay, well now I have literally the whole park ahead of me when you turn around, like, because there's nothing else. So I think the biggest mistake that gets made is people think Hollywood Studios is a half-day park. I don't think it's a half-day park. I think there's a lot going on between the shows and the attractions and things like that like spend the day there. Take your time, have a plan, and plan to be there all day. So, for whatever reason, I don't know. I just talked to somebody yesterday about planning a trip out there, and they're like debating whether or not to go for 2 or 3 days. And I was like, go 4.
To Disney World itself, not to just
Disney
Hollywood
World.
Studios?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to Disney World. And they were like, well, I think we can I think if we do Park Hopper, we can do Magic Kingdom and Epcot in one day. And then we can do Hollywood Studios and Epcot in the other day. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Why would you like 2 things in each park? What are we talking about?
I was like, why would you want to do that? And they were like, well, it's easy to get around. And I was like, yeah, it's easy to get around, but it takes forever. Like,
yeah,
you're dealing with 42 square miles of property. And also, like, there's a lot going on all the time, all over the place. What is the rush? Like, you're not going to miss anything. I promise you will not miss anything. Go 4 days. Do Magic Kingdom one day. Do Epcot another day. Do Hollywood Studios another day. And on the 4th day, head to Animal Kingdom if you want. Or go back to one of the ones that you're like, man, I want to do another day here.
Or don't do Magic Kingdom and do the other 3.
You do Magic Kingdom because it's the castle park. That's why.
It's a castle park.
Especially if you've never been there. It's the castle park in Florida.
It's not the okay. Lots of qualifiers.
Don't they have Bowser's Castle at Epic Universe?
And they also have Peaches, and they also have Frankenstein, and they also have Hogwarts. And
they do. Hogwarts is a castle.
They do. Yes. Okay. Let's do these last couple. Let's keep it in Hollywood Studios, or we're going to get totally sidetracked.
Yeah. Okay. So, what would you guys say is the best hidden spot in Hollywood Studios? Like, if you need like a moment to just sit down and rest for a moment and just like regroup or enjoy your snack someplace, what spot are you going to, Tyler?
Used to be Muppets Courtyard. R.I.P. I'd say now the best spot, and we kind of took advantage of this when we were there last year for Jollywood, is along Sunset when you kind of across from the entrance to Tower of Terror, where they have like all the quick service locations, and there's all those like picnic tables kind of behind all the locations. Like, there's a ton of seating back there, and it's pretty well shaded during the day. I mean, of course, we were there at night, so that didn't really matter, but we did need to take a load off for a few minutes. So that's a good spot, just because it's never going to be completely full unless the park is at like absolute peak traffic.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Charlie, how about you?
I'm working my way through the blueprint of the park right now. It's hard to argue against that, because I've done that exact thing multiple times, including like first thing in the morning when we needed to get some food. Just go right over there, hit up Tower of Terror, and just kind of chill out there. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I think it would be hard to argue against that. I'm trying to think. I mean, some people would take advantage of the but that's not really a hidden spot though, of the Frozen show. Just for having some air conditioning and just kind of relaxing. Because it's comfortable seating as well, and it's just it's just a nice break of the pace throughout the day. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Okay. All right. So for me, there is a small spot. I don't know how it is now with the new animation studios area open up and now kind of popular, but over by the Brown Derby, towards Chinese theater. That's where what's his name from Soul, the piano player guy. His golden statue is over there. But it's well shaded. There's a decent breeze that blows through that area of the park, and everybody's walking around it because they're heading towards either Little Mermaid show or they're heading towards Chinese theater, and like it's just nice, peaceful, quiet. Here, I'll show you on the map here quick because I pulled it up. It is right there. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Right there. Nobody's there. You can just sit on the concrete flower bed thing there, hang out in the shade, regroup, figure out what you're going to do next, and enjoy your snack there. No big deal, because like you're probably coming from Andy's backyard anyway, and you got your tachos, and there you are. So, or your adult lemonade, one of the two. But that's my go-to place in Hollywood Studios right there, and I just kind of appreciate all the happenings right there, and the big hidden Mickey that everybody knows about. That's not so hidden. But yeah. Okay. We're going to do two more. I want to know, what attraction are you usually skipping, Charlie?
What attraction am I usually skipping? I'm trying to think of like popular ones that people would go to that I would skip, because there's other like the saucers in Andy's backyard that I would just skip because it's a carnival ride essentially. I think that really makes that much of a difference. Yeah, this one's a little harder for me to say what I would be skipping. I mean, I guess it depends on the group that I'm with. But knowing what Minnie and Mickey's Runaway Railway was like, I've experienced it now a few different times. Knowing what it's like in Disneyland, I think I could skip that one at at Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep. That was one of my answers. The other one that came to mind is Midway Mania. Kind of similar reason, like because it's also in DCA, and that's not of like, you know, it's better in one or the other, because it's really the same thing. But that or Mickey and Minnie's, like depending on the wait time, like yeah, I'm good.
See, like mine, granted, those are rides that I'm going to skip, but I'm probably more likely to skip Smuggler's Run.
I haven't done the new version yet, though.
Me neither. Me neither. That is the one.
Falcon, man.
That's the only reason why I won't skip it the next time I'm there.
Yeah,
is because it's got the new stuff. But other than that, I really don't care.
Aren't they making the different? They're making the worthless. What was it? The mechanic,
the engineer.
The engineer. They're making that better. So if they make everybody have an equally fun time, that sounds great to me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if they can make it equally fun, but I think they're making it impact the story at least somewhat.
Yeah, they're adding the usefulness of the position is increased.
Got to be there, right?
You got to do something.
I mean, our Falcon was smoking so hard when we got off it last time. Somebody was driving that thing directly through everything they possibly could.
Oh yeah, that's what you do.
It was on fire.
Yeah, it can make the castle.
Chewie was mad.
It can. Maybe not after we drove it, but it could have.
Yeah. But yeah, I usually skip Mickey and Minnie's. I usually skip Mania. I'll skip Smuggler's Run. I probably also end up skipping Star Tours unless like I've done everything else.
For shame.
Not because I don't
you're
like
the
it.
spy. It's because you're always the spy.
I never get to be the spy. I want to be the spy, and I'm never the spy.
I don't know how you get to be the spy.
I don't know either. I think random. they just kind of hit the button and it just picks one. But yeah, I mean, I don't I don't make Star Tours a priority, if that makes sense. It's
Right.
not like
Well,
I must ride it. Like, it's what I'll do if I have nothing else to do.
that might also be one of those hidden gems, though. Is that like that's a ride that you could probably walk onto most of the time when you're there. It's very quick. You're just going to get through. And it also kind of highlights some of that Hollywood magic when you walk behind the AT-AT that's there, and you're like, oh, this isn't a fully this they didn't make a full thing. They've got like it's like a cutout, behind it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I love that. I loved that side of Hollywood Studios before, like the backlot tour, and like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles somehow were a part of Hollywood Studios before, when it was MGM Studios. I love all that stuff, which is why I'm putting in my plug for seeing the movie Minions and Monsters, which just came out this weekend, and it's actually very fun, very very fun.
Oh,
A lot.
okay.
There was multiple times where there were some movie references that not a single person in the theater got, but I was like chortling over, and my wife was like, "Why are you laughing at this?" And I'm like, because the Minions did Citizen Kane. Like, it was just so funny, so funny.
Here's you guys want. I don't know how much of a hot take this is, but maybe it is. I don't get the thing with the Minions at all. Like, I don't understand.
I normally wouldn't, but the amount of Hollywood references that were in this movie, and the storyline that went along with them just trying to make their own movie was I was engaged, and it didn't overstay its welcome either. And that was the other thing. Like, I was like, well, what are they going to do now? Because like usually they're like, oh, we resolved the thing, and now there's another thing that we have to resolve after the thing. And it's like, nope, we're just going to do the thing and resolve the thing, and
and that was it.
And that was it. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Right. It was
I enjoyed
movie.
it. I'm going to check out
Tasteful.
Toy Story 5 sometime soon too. It was fun.
Cool.
It was fun.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Defend your one Hollywood Studios opinion. Your one hill that you will die on. You got 30 seconds. Tyler.
Jollywood Nights is superior to Mickey's Christmas Party.
Wow.
And it's the best way to experience Hollywood Studios.
Wow. Even versus like an After Hours.
I think so. Yeah. I think I was super impressed with our experience at Jollywood. The amount of extra entertainment, the quality of most of the food. Like, not everything hits super well, but you're not going to bat 1,000. The birria tacos, the just some of the treats that we had.
So good.
The lower wait times, the Tip Top Club, like all that stuff.
So good.
That was so
It's
cool.
just, it was absolutely top tier. And this is not to put down Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, because that was fun. But I think, I'm sure part of this is based on like the group that we were with, but Jollywood to me is the superior party experience. And there's just something about the way they set up that park. It's kind of similar to like DCA thrives on Oogie Boogie.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood Studios thrives on Jollywood because it just fits the theme super, super well. And they have the room to add the extra stuff without taking away from the other things that are in the park all the time. So very, very well done. That's my hill to die on.
I don't think mine is as much of a hot take as that, but I think, I don't disagree with that either. I think that's I think that's a really good point. I mean, that was very, very fun. There was so much going on. It didn't feel like we were missing. I mean, it felt like we missed stuff because there was so much going on throughout the park. But for me, I'm going to say Twilight Zone Tower of Terror is one of the greatest themed attractions ever built by Disney. And for a ride to not have, now granted the one in DCA does have this stuff, but for a ride to not have like very many screens, that like the immersion is really just the theming of the hotel itself, the cast members, the just being in the Twilight Zone. I mean, they just needed that little bit of setup. You don't need much, but it's different every time you go on it. And having seen the Imagineering behind the scenes of Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, just understanding the lengths that they went through to make this happen, and the fact that there's only 2 of them remaining that are still Twilight Zone themed, I don't know, it's just such a good experience. And the Easter eggs and all of that kind of stuff is it's just such a cool thing. And then they add, and then for Jollywood, they add that extra,
Tip Top
what
Club.
did you say, Tip Top Club?
Yeah.
Right outside in an area that's totally dead most of the time. They just add that there, and you hang out. There's drinks in the back corner and like just a live band. I mean, it's just such a cool little slice of and you can see it from most anywhere in Disney World.
The thing's massive.
It's so massive. So
yeah,
but that's the hill I'm going to die on today.
Okay. The hill that I'm going to die on is Phantasmic is the better Phantasmic of the 2 by far, hands down. Because strictly the amphitheater that you get to sit in has seats, and I can enjoy it with my snack and my popcorn and not have to be standing or obstructed by a tree like I was last time I was at Disneyland. So, Phantasmic at Hollywood Studios, S tier.
Are we doing rebuttals or just letting this go?
I'll hear your rebuttal.
No, it's not really a rebuttal. It's just really it's one kind of snide comment, but it's very me. We get to enjoy it in the rivers of America that we still have.
Oh, so I mean, fair enough. That's a fair statement, and I agree that the rivers of America, RIP in Florida, should not have gone away. And
I will, just for that, I'm going to live stream it when I'm there in a couple weeks, and you're going to watch and you're going to like it.
I will enjoy it. I will have a great time.
I don't mean just like the video. Like you'll enjoy it.
I'm gonna have a great time watching it, and I really am looking forward to when you go there.
The East Coast?
It'll be like 1 a.m. It'll be like 1 a.m. for you.
Damn it, Tyler!
I'm gonna be there.
I can't do that. That will not be. I mean, it's good.
I'll blow your phone up, Charlie. You're waking up. You're doing this. Let's go. You don't have to be on camera.
You just have to disturb. Do not disturb is on, man. Do not disturb is on. You can't bully your way through my do not disturb.
If I just kept calling, it would ring eventually.
Yeah, watch.
Yeah, it probably would. It'd be like, Siri's like, ooh,
what's the emergency? What's the emergency? Phantasmic.
He's over there trying to watch a Phantasmic.
Oh, Jesus.
There goes Mickey.
There goes Mickey.
We should look at that. I'm a water boy. He's on the water.
Shabba-doo.
I'm a mouse.
Oh no! All right. That's
I want Adam Sandler as Mickey Mouse. That's what I want.
Oh my goodness.
Wonderful.
And that is yet another episode of the Grim Grinning Dads. We truly appreciate everyone that tunes in each week. If you haven't already, please like, follow, subscribe. Truly means the world to us. Like I said at the beginning, all 3 of us are travel agents, part of Genie Travel Company. If you would like us to help you plan your next vacation to Disney or otherwise, drop us a message, send us a comment below, or fill out the form in the description. Yeah, that's Charlie. That's Tyler. I'm Caleb. Join us the next time the dads come out to socialize.